Hi guys, it's Jackie, and today I have a collective thrift haul. These are some things that I've thrifted over the past few weeks or so, and we have a variety of items here, so let's get into it. First of all, we have a book. I got this from thriftbooks.com, so I did not find this in person, but it was very cheap on thrift books, so I count that as thrifting. Against the Tide from the 2023 Little Mermaid. An original story written by J.L. This is just gorgeous. Look at this cover. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And when I heard about this, that there was an original story set in the universe of the new Little Mermaid, I had to read it. I have been wanting to read it for a long time and have had my sights set on this book for a long time. And the premise sounds very interesting. It says, after the death of Ariel's mother, the 7 daughters of King Triton have grown estranged at best, but this year's coral moon is fast approaching, and it is a special one for Ariel. Finally 15, she will be dubbed the protector of her very own ocean territory as its tradition, and her sisters have agreed to visit for the celebration. But the ceremony is halted when Mala, one of the most renowned daughters of Triton, is abducted. The only clue to where she might have been taken is a hastily scribbled seaweed note which says, "What could have saved Mother could save me too." To rescue Mala, Ariel must work together with her siblings, traveling to various seas, outsmarting dangerous ocean creatures, and delving into forbidden waters to find the truth of what happened to their mother. But as Ariel and her sisters begin uncovering new secrets about her family and their kingdom, Ariel will have to discover what it means to be both a good sister and a strong leader. And the clock is ticking, because on the day of the festival, when the moon turns a true shade of coral, her sister will be lost like her mother forever. This just sounds so interesting. We have a backstory of what possibly happened to her mother. We will have more of Ariel's character. We'll get to see more time from her sisters, which is exciting because there was a full ensemble cast in the movie, but we didn't get very much about them. So I'm very excited to see more about her and her sisters, and to dive deeper into all of their characters, but especially Ariel's. I love this Ariel so much, and it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous book, and I cannot wait to read it. And then what we have next, I am also super excited for. This is a VHS of Cinderella. Here it is. Oh my goodness. So, quick story. I actually had this edition, this cover, and then I gave it away because I already have a copy of Cinderella on VHS, but I regretted it so much, and I was so sad about it because this cover, this version, is so cool. Like, look at that. The magic swirling around, the pumpkin turning a silvery white, like with the golden stem. That is so sick. And the beautiful vines. Also, I am not gonna lie, this pumpkin and the magic surrounding it just, for some reason, some odd reason, gives me fall. It gives me fall because it's a pumpkin, it's a romantic getaway, there's magic. It just gives fall to me. So honestly, this cover is what really cemented that for me and made me think of this as a fall movie. And so I'm so happy to have this cover again and to feel that way again. I still have my other cover, but this just, I love this movie so much. I am a huge fan of this movie. I just think it's beautiful. The music is amazing. It's so dreamy. This really just gives me that wonderful, soft, cozy fall feeling. So I am going to watch this in the fall. That is the plan. And then we have this, Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland. Oh my god. I have not seen this full movie yet. I believe I began it on Amazon Prime streaming at one point, but I didn't finish it. This movie is famous. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Now, it is based on a comic strip that was in newspapers. I believe it was French, but I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I do know that it originated as a comic strip in newspapers. Don't know the country of origin, though. I heard that it is rumored that Miyazaki worked on this for a little bit, just a tiny part in it. That at one point he was attached to the production, and then he was not. Oh my god. Elegantly drawn as the most memorable Disney creations. Terrific. If I am correct, this was kind of, I think this was actually animated by an Asian studio. Like, Disney owns it, but I think they outsourced it to an Asian studio. I could be wrong, but I believe that is what I read a few years ago when I was looking into this movie. But it just looks so beautiful and dreamy, and I've always wanted to watch it, and now I can on VHS. VHS is the most dreamy way to watch a movie, if you ask me. Just the vibe, the way the film shows up on the TV is just different. It's like taking instant photos versus using your phone to take pictures or a digital camera. Instant photos just feel so romantic and dreamy, and I get that same vibe from VHS, from tapes. It just takes a regular movie and takes it to another level. It just really gives you a special feeling. Maybe I'm just talking from a point of sentimentality and nostalgia since I grew up on VHS tapes, but honestly I think people really need to get into VHS tapes. Like, I think if they tried them, they would really enjoy them, just like everyone does with vinyl and how vinyl got so big. I truly believe that VHS is the way to go. I am actually planning on going out and doing some VHS shopping sometime soon, but I cannot wait to watch this movie for the first time on VHS. Is going to be so incredible. And then I have, this is EverQuest, Planes of Power. EverQuest was a fantasy online RPG game. There are PS2 games, EverQuest, Champions of Norath, that I have played, but this is from the old original PC game. I love Fiona. Look at her. She's so cool. She's so cool. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a Fiona back here somewhere. Right there. Next to the Hello Kitty thing, I have my little Fiona. Love her so much. This is just an instruction manual for the old game, which I cannot play, but this is so cool. It literally gives you instructions for the PC game, and I think that is awesome, and I want to read through this, and even if I don't read the entire book, it's just such a cool collectible. So cool. They had another one that was like 2 other games in one manual. I think it was like the complete EverQuest manual, and I wanted it so bad. I could not justify getting 2 at the same time, but I wanted that one so bad as well. So hopefully when I go back, that one will be there too, and I can have the EverQuest manuals for the old PC games that are no longer playable. I think Steam might have a version of them, like a port, I think. I'm not sure. I'll need to check on that, because if I can play them, I'm going to. I want to. But still, this would not quite line up with the Steam edition probably, so it is just super cool to have, and kind of a collector's thing, honestly, if you are as obsessed with the EverQuest franchise as I am. And then we have this. I have been wanting this for so long. I have seen this before and passed it up. It is the Twilight 10 journal set. Look at this. Look at this gorgeous, just with the red ribbon through it. It says the Twilight Saga, just plain on the back. But what this is a journal set. Here, I'll open it. Here's the inside of the lid. It comes with this cardboard backing, so you don't scratch up the inside of the tin, which I really appreciate. I'm gonna put that right back in there. Nice way of holding all the journals together without also scratching the bottom of the tin. So, here are all of the journals. We have Twilight, New Moon, a journal, Eclipse, a journal, Breaking Dawn, a journal, and they're just a stack of journals for every book. There's script and lettering of lines from the books in the background of the black color. Oh my god, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I have seen this before and passed it up, and I think the version I saw was incomplete anyway. I don't think every journal was in there. Dear reader, you might have heard the story of how I started Twilight. I had a dream about the characters who would later become Bella and Edward. It was such a vivid and wonderful dream that I didn't want to forget it. And so I wrote and wrote, just for the sake of writing, just to see where the story would go. I hope the Twilight journals will encourage you to do the same. Filled with my favorite lines from the Twilight Saga and the works that inspired it, this journal is your space to write down your dreams, your memories, your stories, or anything you like. I hope you enjoy your time writing as much as I have enjoyed mine. I think that's lovely. Charlie wasn't comfortable with expressing his emotions out loud. I inherited that from him. What a perfect line for a journal. And look at this. This is so 2000s. This like filigree. Girl. Sometimes I wondered if I was seeing the same things through my eyes that the rest of the world was seeing through theirs. I stared because their faces, so different, so similar, were all devastatingly, inhumanly beautiful. All of these journals are just blank, they are not lined, and they all have quotes from the books, which I think is lovely. I haven't decided if I'm going to actually use them as journals or not, because in my opinion, this is part of the book set. This is a collector thing that is kind of like completing the set of books in a way. I have a Twilight collection that I am trying to complete, and I won't know when I'm done collecting Twilight stuff until I know. And I don't know, I'll just keep collecting until I feel like I'm done. But this is so gorgeous, and I feel personally that this is part of the books. Beautiful. So this is going with my set of Twilight books. And last, but not least, my favorite thing and the find that I was most excited about, besides the Twilight journals. You're not gonna believe it. It's an easy bake oven. I couldn't believe when I found this. I've been on the hunt for an easy bake oven for a long time now. Any model, honestly, but I didn't really want one of the newer ones because they're only like this big, I think, and they're like $50. I also did not want a really old vintage or retro model because I want to be able to use it. Can you guess the price of this that I paid for this? Can you guess? It was $8.99. $8.99 in pretty good shape. Like, it's clean, it's not dirty, it's not super battered, it looks like it was used but hardly, and I cannot wait to use it. I have always wanted to use an easy bake oven. I'm going to have to test it out. Maybe you will get to see me test it out. Let me know if that is something you would be interested in. But that does bring us to the end of this collective thrift haul. Thank you for watching. I hope there was something you found here that interested you or that you liked. Let me know what you would like to see more of, or if there's anything you would like me to thrift or go look at. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye!